Hi, this is Dr. Joel. Welcome again to week two, kind of a midweek check-in. I just wanted to briefly talk a little bit about economics as a social science. I know that a lot of people think about all the formulas that you have to learn, so to speak, but here's the deal. And it really didn't hit me even after my master's degree in economics about the social aspect about economics. My master's degree is in MS, Master's of Science, no, MA, I'm sorry, Master of Arts. And I remember when the president of Boeing gave me the congratulations. He says, I didn't know that this was an art. So it's kind of one of those things where we have to think about the social and human interaction of economics, and that's what I really want you to think about, not only in week two, but also all the way through any of the economics classes that you take. It's a situation where you could run formulas till the cows come home, so to speak. But here's the deal: it's all about not only what one individual does, but what people do as a collective to interact and to affect what the market actually does. I mean, when we think about supply and demand, even the most rudimentary thing that we're talking about in economics, it's how we think about things and what other uh, things happen, even from the outside, exogenous things that that interact with our behaviors, which in turn actually causes some of the market's behavior. So when we think about this, don't discount the idea that this is really a social science. It is social behavior. We talked about in week one and also in week two the socialist, the communist, and the capitalist behaviors of people. And I know that I gave an example in week one in one of the other recordings. But let's just think about if it was just about formulas and math, then all the economists in the world would be multimillionaires, and I can guarantee you they're not. So when you're reading your materials, when you're thinking about uh, all of our all of our things as we go through the course, not only in week two, like I said, think about the human aspect of what we do and the human aspect of how it affects economics. I think that's very, very important as you do your essays, as you do your discussion questions, and really as you try to apply it as learners. Because here's the deal: if you're just doing this as a situation, well, I just want to get the grade. Well, and I understand that, but a lot of lifetime learners, a lot of mid-career learners, a lot of people in their 30s and 40s, they want to understand, how does this really affect me? And I think that's the key takeaway when I think about what we're doing here, particularly with the learning tools and the outcomes that we have in this class. Think about that as you go through it. So think about it from maybe a different perspective. If you haven't thought about it before, and perhaps you already have, but if you haven't, really hone in on that aspect. Okay. And again, if you need anything from me, I'm always available by email. Thank you very much.